Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today on this video I want to teach on how to create roof tiles or roof patterns either in 2D or in 3D. There are several ways and several tricks you can use to create roof patterns either 2D or 3D. So for this, let's select, I've already created the roof, so let's select one of the roof parts. Go to edit, under properties, edit, I'll go to the roof material. As you can see, I've created the material for the roof already. Alright, so let me change that to something else interesting. Okay, let's use this. Okay, or possibly just use the plain metal material. Select that metal, metallic. Okay, and just say something like this. Alright, something like this. Alright, that's the roofing material. Remember the name of the material, roofing asphalt shingle. Okay, so apply. Okay, alright, so for you to create the roofing pattern in 2D, let's select it and go back to materials again, or probably let's go back to 2D. Sorry, roof plan 2D. Sorry about that. Roof plan 2D. Okay, I'll select one part of the roof. Okay, remember to take this. You can take this. You can do that later on. Let's just make that. So to create roofing 2D. So let's say from here on your graphics under your material editor, at the pattern, select whatever you want. There are so many roofing patterns you can use. Let's go to model. Let's use this shake. I use these two basically because I like to represent this for shingles, for roof tiles, and this for roofing sheet. Let's use this for example. Click that, apply, okay. So as you can see, the pattern has changed. But for the purpose of the second part I want to show you, I'll prefer using the other option, brick soldier course. That's what I use because it's easy to edit. Can duplicate that, can call it roof pattern. Okay, then the spacing, let's say 150 mm. Okay, okay, apply. Okay, all right. So as you can see, it's even when you go to 3D, you can see the pattern. The roof has changed. So this is how you create roof patterns in 2D. Now I want to show you a trick on how to create a more solid 3D roof pattern. This is kind of a trick you can use to represent it depending on whatever representation you want to do. So for that, I'll start with just the front elevation, which is this. Okay, I'll select this. Now, after selecting this, at your properties toolbar where you have the different categories of, scroll down, go to sloped glazing. Okay, so it's more like creating a roof that's sloped glazing. But before that, let me undo that. But before that, I want us to edit something. On your project browser, scroll down to families. Okay, go to custom panels here, system panels, glazed, this is solid, go to solid, duplicate it, and let's just leave that as solid 2. Now the material, when you go to material, go to the roof that we selected, roof in asphalt, use this material, right? You can duplicate this, you can call that roof shingle 2. Okay, duplicate it. And the one you duplicate, change, make it no overwrite, yeah, no pattern, I mean. Then you apply, click, say okay. That's the material you're going to use for this solid 2. The thickness, you can make it 10 or let's say 5 mm, depending on whatever you want. Let's just say 5 mm. Okay, now you set that, go back, do this. Now we can now select the roof, edit, select this, slope glazing. When you go to this, duplicate it also, slope glazing 2. You can change that to whatever name you want. Now at the grid level, grid 1, select this, select maximum spacing. Now depending on the spacing of the roofing sheet you want, let's say mine is 200 mm apart. The cutting, okay, let me leave that. To do that, I want to show you something else. When you do that, you say okay, right? Now as you can see, we have turned the roof to solid patterns, but at the grid mullions, we don't have mullions for it. So let's select particular mullion, let's say rectangular, okay, rectangular 30 mm squares, okay, all these 30 mm squares for grid 1 mullions, because you're working with the grid 1 mullions, okay, apply, right? So as you can see, I have a pattern like grid pan cutting panels for this. You can edit it to whatever you want. Let's make it 100 mm, apply. Alright, another thing you can edit is the thickness of each of the mullions. So select a mullion, just select one. If you don't know how to select, if you're having difficulty select, but anytime you move your mouse to an object, press tab view and to select whatever you have there, the different objects, right? So we can change this to whatever you want, let's say 10 mm, 10 mm, 10 mm for all the sides, right? The material, to the roofing material we used, okay, roof asphalt shingle 2, okay, apply. Okay, as you can see, the spacing is quite okay. Let's leave it at that 100 mm spacing. Now, but if you look at this, you can still see, because we are using cutting panel, you can still see through the roof. To change that, select the roof, select the roof boundary, okay. Now, as a cutting panel, remember we created a system panel for the 2 with the roofing material. Select that and apply. Okay. So as you can see, we've created like a corrugation using cutting panels. If you see that the spacing is too much, still select it. Let's make it 75. Apply. Okay. Let's go to the south view. As you can see, we have panels, our roofing panels as the roofing sheet corrugation. Okay. For all these other parts, you don't need to do that. Just select that. Slope glazing 2. and automatically you have settings there. So that's how you do for every other part of the roof. You get the sheet that you want. Let me undo that. Okay. So this is just a simple way of how you can, let's change that back to, let's make that 100 mm. Okay, right. Okay, now cast shadow on this. You can see showing the shadows of each of the roofing sheets. It makes it more realistic when you use this pattern to get your roofing sheet. It makes it more realistic. As you can see, the shadows are cast at the corrugation when I put on the shadows. But if I put it off, you don't have it. So it's more realistic using this method. Very easy, and I think I prefer this. There are other methods to create that. Watch out for my YouTube channel for other methods of creating the roofing sheet. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has helped you. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.